Hi, I'm Dr. Gunnerson with Gunnerson Dental, and I'm here tonight for our Facebook Live. Uh, this this topic tonight is on your immune system, especially with like the pandemic that we've recently had, and with of course cold season and everything is going to be coming up, and who knows what's going to happen this fall. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen with the coronavirus and everything that's involved there. So I thought I'd spend some time and talk to you about your immune system, and more specifically how we can boost our system by getting better sleep. I have had some questions that have come to me, and I'm going to answer those on here too. So I hope that really helps. I want to thank you all for joining me and for watching my videos. I love doing these. I love giving out the information, and I love answering questions, and it's just so much fun to do these Facebook Lives. So thank you for being here and joining me. I do want to say I've got a couple notes here I'm going to probably be reading off of, just so I can keep my thoughts straight. You know, when I get on here, sometimes I like to ramble, and I don't know. It's Facebook Live. It's lots of fun. So let me explain a little bit about sleep. Now, you guys know that I work a lot in treating sleep. Now, I can't diagnose sleep apnea issues. I can definitely look at different target and systems and things that are going on in your body. I can look at signs of things that we see in the oral cavity that say that you're not getting good night's sleep, or that you're grinding your teeth, or that your airway is being blocked while you're sleeping at night. And so definitely I can help with that. And then, of course, we get into this treating people for their sleep apnea, which is great. We are seeing so many people in and working with them and getting them into a sleep appliance to which they are getting better sleep at night. It's so much fun to see them back after our first initial visits. Typically when people come in, they're exhausted, they're tired, they just don't feel like their lives are getting anywhere. They're waking up in the morning tired, groggy, and not accomplishing as much as they'd like to during the day, especially parents with children. They want to be spending more time with their kids. And it's great to see them come in after we've begun the treatment, after we've put them in an appliance, and see the big changes that are going on in their life. That's what I love, and I love helping people, so it's great to see that. Some things that we look at when we're targeting sleep apnea is we look at the oral cavity, whether you have scalping on your tongue. That has a tendency to mean that you're pushing your tongue up to the front of your mouth while you're trying to sleep, and that to keep it from falling back in your throat. Another thing that we look at is whether you're clenching and grinding your teeth, so you get a lot of wear. Another thing we look at is we see a lot of people that have really, really bad heartburn. And believe it or not, I can see in a person's teeth that they've got heartburn, because we get a lot of acid erosion. As people are sleeping at night, if they're not breathing well, they start choking up a lot of stomach acids that can come up and start to destroy your teeth. So if you're highly prone to cavities and get a lot of cavities, but you're saying, I'm brushing my teeth, I'm eating healthy, I just can't keep from getting cavities all the time, why are my teeth always sensitive? These can all be things that, and I have heartburn. These things can all be because of that heartburn, and leading to acid problems on your teeth. Now, we also know, and just to let you know, that when a person comes in and they're on heart medications, diabetes medications, they're on anti-anxiety, antidepressants, those things also are very noticeable in the mouth. And specifically when a person has disease, you wouldn't believe it, but dentists, when you become aware of these symptoms and signs in the oral cavity, we can pre-diagnose that you have these issues going on, and maybe you ought to see your doctor and have them looked at. So it's great that we're this big help and a screening process to help people with different diseases. But our main objective is wouldn't we all want to be healthier in life? Wouldn't we want to all have a lot more energy? And we know that 50% of the population in the U.S. has sleep apnea in some degree or another, and are not getting adequate sleep at night. And we know that out of those 50% that have been diagnosed, they're not even wearing their CPAP. So there's a large number of our population that aren't as healthy as they really could be. And boosting our immune system is going to be something that we can do through sleep. So let me just tell you a couple things. During sleep, your immune system releases proteins called the cytokines, and some of which help promote your sleep. Okay? Now, certain cytokines need to increase when you have an infection or inflammation or when you're under stress. And sleep deprivation, when you're not getting the sleep that you are at night, may decrease production of these protective cytokines. So your cytokines are going down. You're not producing those. And so you're not protecting your body against that inflammation. So studies show that people who don't get quality sleep or enough sleep are more likely to get sick after being exposed to a virus, such as the common cold. Now, lack of sleep can also affect how fast you recover from getting sick. And that's something to think about, is that, did you realize how important sleep is and your sleep is on a daily basis? So, a lot of people ask, how much sleep is quality sleep for an adult? Well, if it's quality sleep, 7 hours, minimum of 7 hours every night is what's needed to improve your health and well-being. That's quality sleep, okay? That's sleep without interruption. That's sleep without gasping for air because you can't breathe. That's quality sleep. In 2016, the CDC and prevention concluded that more than a third of Americans aren't getting enough sleep. That's a statistic from 2016. Now, I bet that in today's world, with the anxiety that we have going on and everything that goes on in our lives, all the electronics that we have, that number has increased. Now, Kimberly Hardin Md is the director of sleep medicine and a fellowship program at the University of California, Davis, and she says that many people take good sleep for granted. She said that people underestimate the importance of sleep, and less than 7 hours per night on a regular basis has negative effects. It essentially creates a fight or flight state. You guys know what the fight or flight state is? So when we panic, we get nervous, we get scared. That is, our fight or flight kicks in. And what that does is it increases stress hormones and the increase of release of adrenaline into our systems. Now, sleep is like anything else in the body. It's a natural state and has to be taken care of to be healthy. This is what Dr. Hardin said. Sleep should leave you feeling refreshed, not groggy and struggling. Realistic expectations are essential, and sleep changes as you age. So you, as adults, may not feel as rested as you did when you were younger. Less than 5 hours of sleep per night on a regular basis is associated with higher mortality, and having less than 7 hours of sleep for 3 nights in a row has the same effect on the body as missing 1 full night of sleep. Did you know that? And the effects on your immune system is devastating. Poor sleep can have both short-term and long-term health consequences. Now, Dr. Stevens said that bad sleep can result in long-term problems with mood, memory, blood sugar, among other things. Okay? Now, Dr. Stevens is a sleep neurologist at the University of Kansas Health System. She said that short-term consequences of bad sleep may include sleepiness, poor judgment, car accidents, moodiness, memory problems, workplace mistakes, and more. Chronic poor sleep affects not only ability to function well the next day, but the sleep deficit builds up the longer sleep isn't good. Okay? Now, that's just these things on sleep, not necessarily about your immune system. Let me get into that here. Poor sleep can increase inflammation, blood pressure, insulin resistance, cortisol, weight gain, and cardiovascular disease. And we've talked about all these before, as well as decreased blood sugar regulation. Okay? A good night's sleep is also thought to be protective against heart disease. And let me tell you a little bit about the mechanisms that your immune system plays in your body. Okay? Now, we know that T cells and the production of T cells are very important. And when we're getting our proper sleep at night, we're getting our full rest. And so we're saying more than 5 hours of sleep. So you need to get 6, 7 at the least is the best. And it needs to be quality sleep, okay, for your immune system to be built up and be strong. We're talking about what's coming up this fall. You know, I don't know what's coming up. I don't have a crystal ball, and I wish I did. I have so many patients who come in and say, "Can that filling last for the next 6 months before I get it fixed?" You know, or this cavity. I wish I had a crystal ball so I could tell them, but I don't. So, you know, but I don't know what's coming up in the future. And wouldn't we rather be prepared and be a healthier nation? We talked about this. We talked about our 90-day health challenge and how important that is. And we did our 90-day health challenge. We ended that last week. And thank you for all those who participated in that. That was definitely a lot of fun. It was an awesome experience to see people in the community change their lives, and people in my office be more conscientious about what they're eating and what they're doing on a daily basis. So T cells play a very important part in the body's immune system, okay? And when these cells in the bodies, they recognize a virally infected cell, okay? When cells in the body recognize a virally infected cell, they activate these things called the integrins, okay? And they are a sticky type of protein. And what they do is they allow these T cells to latch onto the virus cells a lot easier and a lot quicker, all right, and kill these infected cells. So researchers compared T cells from healthy volunteers who either slept or stayed awake all night. They found that in the study, participants who slept, their T cells showed higher levels of that stickiness, higher levels of that ability to attach to a virus and attack that virus than those who stayed awake. And these findings indicate that sleep has the potential to improve our T cell function. T cells are so important to our immune system, okay? And for people who get poor sleep, stress hormones actually inhibit the ability of T cells to function properly. I mean, you guys know that, you know, in the fitness industry, these people know that sleep is very essential, because we know that when a person's trying to lose weight, and weight definitely affects a person with sleep apnea. You know, if you're having difficulty sleeping already and you're gaining weight, it's the lack of sleep, and the lack of sleep, because stress hormones are released. This cortisol is released in your body, which makes you gain that weight, and you just can't seem to lose it. And frankly, we get you on a good night's sleep, we get you sleeping well. A few months into it, you start losing weight, and you just naturally start losing weight because your body is burning that fat that it's been storing up because it was stressed. It had cortisol releasing, building up fat constantly. You know, you just got to get a good night's sleep. So stress hormones actually dip while the body is asleep. High levels of these substances may decrease the efficiency of T cell immune response to kill pathogens. So it's important. Sleep, guys, I don't know how much more I can emphasize the importance of sleep that we have in our lives. It's the time for our body to recover. It's our time for our body to heal. And anybody, like I said, that is in fitness or in health, they know the body needs time to rest, to reset itself. Your brain needs time to transfer the short-term memory that you've had during the day, those events that have occurred, into long-term. That happens when you hit REM. And without REM, that doesn't happen. And without good sleep, you don't have REM. The immune system is great, but we've got to take care of ourselves. Someone asked the question, this is one of the questions they asked. I know I get a lot of patients who are on a lot of different medications, and I get asked frequently, if I get better sleep, can I go off my medications? I can't tell you to go off medications. Those are things that your doctor has found a need to treat you with, to treat a condition that you currently have. I do know that with improved sleep, with getting better sleep at night, that those conditions can improve. I do know that you have the potential of going off those medications, but it has to be worked through with your physician. I can't be the one to tell you that. And that's usually my response to these individuals. I would love to see people get off medications. If you ever listen to a medication commercial, I think those things are like really kind of funny to listen to. I mean, they always talk about this beautiful. They always have it kind of dreamy. Have you ever noticed that drug commercials are always dreamy and make life so beautiful and wonderful? And then at the end, really fast, that and when taking these pills, it may cause, and it just keeps going. It seems like it's never going to end. Guys, these are side effects. For every positive, there's a negative. And as much as we love the fact that we have modern medicine which can cure us and help us, the more we can use these medications as a short-term solution to things and improve our health, then that's how much better off we're going to be, because every time we take a pill, it has a negative effect somewhere in our body. And it's my goal that, number one, people are going to get better sleep at night. If they're not on medications, let's see how long we can go without them needing medications. And two, that if you're on heavy doses, long-term medications, you've been on them for a long time, what can we do to improve your health by getting better sleep that you can either reduce or completely go off medication? Wouldn't that be fantastic? I mean, just think of the billions of dollars that go through the pharmacies in purchasing medications for us, that our insurances are paying out for medications. It would be great if we were in great health. Okay, I love my pharmacy. I love what they do for me, and I'm glad that they're available to get medications to me when I need them. But also, I love being off of things because I just feel better all around. And I feel like sometimes you get stuck in this loop of medicating this, which leads to this. Then you need pills for this, which then leads to this, which means an additional pill for this, which then leads to this. Wouldn't it be great if we could just stop this cycle? Wouldn't it be great if come, another outbreak of a virus, that it affects us all less in the U.S. because we're better health-wise, because we're taking care of ourselves? Wouldn't that just be awesome? That's my goal. I want everybody to be healthier. And if I can help people who come in my office to pre-diagnose conditions that may be going on, and especially help them get better night's sleep, that's my goal. That's why I'm here, because I love to help people. If you have questions about anything I've said tonight, please absolutely send them to me. I would love to answer them. I'll answer anything you send to me concerning oral health or anything that we talked about, sleep, definitely, and the ways that I treat sleep, because I want to help out as many people as I possibly can. You guys are great. Thank you for joining me tonight. I hope that I was able to get you thinking about your health, to get you thinking about those medications that you're on, and is there a possibility of can I get off these medications because they make me feel this way, and that's not always a better way. Work with your doctor, work with your physician, work with a sleep doctor, work with somebody, get better night's sleep. Boost your immune system. Guys, fall's coming. We know that that's outbreak of flu virus, that's outbreak of more coronavirus, who knows, and colds, and we need to be prepared so we can function and carry on our lives. Guys, time is important. The older I get, the more I realize how important time really is. And I get so frustrated when I have to spend extra time on something, or life comes along and then hits me with a virus and I'm down, It's like there's so much I want to get done, so little time to do it. So it's my goal. If I can help you as best I can, please send something to me. I would love to help you. And I thank you for joining me tonight. I hope that you guys stay healthy, that everyone watching this stays healthy. I hope that your families are doing well, and I hope that God is blessing you in any way they possibly can. I love you all. Thanks.